Alright, we are on the draw. We have 3 creatures, 2 pump, 1 forest, and a petal. I think this hand is good enough. Could get awkward if we don't draw any more mana. Against the swamp, probably playing against mono black control. Could be Dimir Teachings deck as well. Do I want to play Mob out turn 1? If I played out turn 1, then turn 2 I could go Mutagenic Groundswell if I draw a forest. But that's still not enough. So I think I'll just play Augur for now. It doesn't die to Disfigure, doesn't die to Deadweight. If they want to use removal on it, they can. Alright, looks like we're playing against the Dimir deck. So do I want to play a Mamba? I think I do. The only other alternative is to play out Seal of Strength and nothing else. This is pretty bad against Essence Scatter, which they could very easily have. Against targeted removal, they're going to get something eventually anyway. And they could always just get rid of this if I don't do anything this turn. Or if I just play Seal of Strength. Then again, this Lotus Petal could be useful later. If I do play Blight Mamba now, and then they kill it, then I only have 1 mana, and even if I draw a forest, I still can't play Rotwolf. So actually, I think I'm just going to play Seal of Strength and pass. Opponent does not think twice or accumulated knowledge at the end of our turn, which is nice. Double Mutagenic. I'm getting very close to lethal with this Blight Mamba if it would only survive. And they missed their 3rd land drop. I think I need to go for it now. Three, 2 or 4, even if it's 2, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remove Soul. Unfortunately, they do have the counter spell for the creature, which cannot be protected with all these pump spells. So I am sad. Now I need to draw 2 more forests before I can actually even play this Rotwolf. Another Groundswell. If I draw a forest, I can go Groundswell, Groundswell, Mutagenic, Mutagenic, Seal. 8 plus 4 plus 3 is 15 damage. It's not quite lethal. Forbidden Alchemy. I wonder if they're playing this as a one-of or if they're playing it instead of Mystical Teachings. The problem is with this card that it occupies the exact same spot that Mystical Teachings would. They might be a more graveyard-focused deck, which is why they like the Forbidden Alchemy. Alright, a Rancor. You know what? I have absolutely nothing else going on. I'm just going to do this. There's a very small chance I can win with non-infect damage if I do this. I have the Seal of Strength and the 2 Mutagenics to protect against targeted removal. Unfortunately, that's a Chander's Edict, which I can do nothing about. But I get the Rancor back anyway, so it's not like I really lost anything. Gurmak Angler, okay, so that's why they're playing the, where'd it go? The Forbidden Alchemy. And I'm on a very short clock, and I have nothing I can do. Nothing I can cast. And I have to discard. If they know I'm Infect, which they basically have to believe that I am, they'll know about all of these different cards in my hand. I guess I'll get rid of the 3-drop. If their hand is all lands, I could still conceivably win. If I draw exactly Glistener Elf into exactly Forest, and they choose not to block, Actually, I could do it even if they did block. I think 4, 8, 9. Yeah, I could do it even if they did block. And spending one of the 2 mana I would theoretically have to use Apostle's Blessing. Alright, I can still do it. Not dead yet. I need them to somehow not have any removal for this whatsoever. And then I untap, draw a forest, Apostle's Blessing past the Gurmag Angler. And then mutagenic Groundswell my way to victory. Pretty unlikely that'll happen though. I could also just block here, mutagenic, Seal of Strength, and win this fight. Or just mutagenic plus Seal of Strength and win the fight. But I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather win than just remove one thing. Even if my odds of winning are less than 1%. I think they go down even further if I try to block that Gurmag Angler. Alright, no forest. So which one do I play? Do I leave open the Blessing, or do I have to play the Rancor to win? If I play the Rancor, I can win even without drawing a forest. If I leave open Blessing, then I actually can still win even without playing a forest due to the mutagenics. So I think I'll just hold open Blessing. Actually, I could have gone for lethal there, couldn't I have? That was really dumb of me not to count that out. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wouldn't have been able to hold open Blessing though. Alright, I have to recount this. Yeah, it looks like I have to play Rancor now. And then if they have any removal whatsoever, I lose. That's kind of unfortunate, not drawing any more forests at all. But we probably would have lost anyway. Actually, if I do this, how many cards do they have in their graveyard? 7? If this is their only interaction spell, I think I still win. Because I can make it my toughness greater than the number of cards in their graveyard. Less than or equal to. Hopefully the Ghastly Demise doesn't count itself when it enters the graveyard. I don't think it would, though. Okay, it doesn't matter. They have the Disfigure anyway, so we still lose. Alright, so they're a blue-black control deck. Oh, they have Soul Manipulation. That's a cool one. And they have I'll draw these Sky Spawner, Seagate Oracle, so they have a decent number of creatures. They're a creature-based, graveyard-based control deck, as opposed to Mystical Teachings deck. Alright, let's concede in sideboard. Okay, not interested in Gut Shot against Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Not really interested in Fog against the Angler. Scattershot Archer can take out the flying half of the Sky Spawner, but I don't think that's good enough. Gleeful Sabotage, no interest in that, so I'm going to leave everything exactly as it is and submit. Okay, on the play. No lands. And I could go turn 1 Lotus Petal, Glistener Elf, and hope I draw a forest, but I only have 1 pump spell and it costs 2 mana to actually pump, so can't keep this hand. Alright, this hand might work. Needs mana, but it might work. Groundswell, I don't think I can keep that. Opponent mulligans to 5, puts a card on top. Dismal Backwater. I can hit for 5 this turn. So do I want to play Rancor or do I want to play Glistener Elf? That is the big question. If I just play Glistener Elf, I can't win next turn. If I play Rancor and I hit for 3, then 3, I can win if I also draw a Mutagenic Growth or a Forest for Vines. So I think I'm going to go with the quick win potential since they have so many removal spells in their deck and so much interaction. I think I need to go for the cheesier win potential that goes faster and is a little bit less reliable. Chainer's Edict. Unfortunately, Mutagenic does not protect against that. And I only have one thing I can do, so I'll do it. Play the elf and pass. Duress. Okay. Let's see which of our spells they want. They take the Mutagenic. And they follow up with the Disfigure. Now that I can't protect it with Mutagenic anymore. Aqueduct back to Swamp. So 3 cards in hand, one of which is a Swamp. I very luckily draw my Forest, so I can deploy Blight Mamba. And if they can't remove it, then I have Lethal. I think this is 4/5. No, we need to hit a land drop for it to be lethal. Doesn't matter because they have the second Chainer's Edict anyway. They still have a Swamp in hand. I have no creatures. And as soon as they hit 7 mana, it's game over because then they can just Chainer's Edict. Chainer's Edict. Which means I have to wait until I can deploy 2 creatures in a turn now. At the same time, and then I lose one of them anyway. Can't draw a creature to save my life. Accumulated Knowledge, there it is. Ichorclaw Mirror. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't play this into the Chainer's Edict. Have to wait for something else to pair with it. Bottom and top. Pass the turn. I guess I'll cycle this, try to find a creature. Play the Petal, hold the Forest for Groundswell. Forbidden Alchemy. See what they put in the graveyard. Swamp Island Duress. Accumulated Knowledge for 2. Up to 6 cards in hand. Moldrifter as well. Alright, well, I could go ahead and just play this creature now. Force him to spend the turn going Chainer's Edict. At least that means they're not spending the turn flashing back Forbidden Alchemy. And who knows, there's a chance they'll let this survive and then I'll just win. Somehow. Nope. They go ahead and Edict. It was basically a losing move for me to do that, but it was also a losing move for me to keep on waiting for the second creature. I needed to basically just go ahead and go for it and hope that they chose not to remove my creature for some reason. I think the odds of that happening were greater than the odds that I draw my second creature, play them both. They're only able to Chainer's Edict one of them and not have a removal spell for the other. And then I win at that time. Because I knew eventually they were going to put a clock on me, which they ended up doing with this Gurmag Angler. Got myself a chump blocker. Forbidden Alchemy flashback. 2 lands and a Sky Spawner. They're at 7 cards in hand in approximately 1 million mana. And another Edict. Oh goody. And that's lethal for me. Even if I draw a creature to jump block Angler next turn, they can just Edict it away. Alright, well. Dead to this Dimir Delver deck that doesn't appear to play Delver of Secrets for some reason. Also, I have not forgotten about the Dimir Flicker deck that I played against last week. I still am going to play that sometime. Obviously not this week because I'm playing Infect, but it will eventually happen, so do not despair. In any case, they took us down, we're 2-2, and we are on to match 5.